You don't forget betrayal. Not the slap, not the lie, and certainly not the silence that followed. You don't forget the moment your world collapses because someone told a story they knew would ruin you. This is my story, how one lie from my wife's sister shattered my life, and how I rebuilt everything they tried to erase. My name is Adrian. I used to think that if you loved hard enough, stayed dependable, and gave everything to the people you called family, they would stand by you. I was wrong. It all started one regular morning in the kitchen. The sunlight was coming through the window. I had just bought almond milk and fresh bread, Tessa's favorites. Life was ordinary. Until it wasn't. Tessa's sister Alina walked in like she always did, unannounced. But something was off. Her eyes were wide, her voice shaky. Behind her stood Tessa, already looking at me like I had committed a crime. Then Alina said it, Adrian got me pregnant. No one asked questions. Tessa didn't search my face for truth. She didn't blink. She just slapped me, so hard my coffee mug shattered on the floor. Her brothers, Jared and Marco, were already at the door like they had been waiting. They dragged me out of my own house like I was a criminal. I didn't fight back. Not because I was guilty, but because I was stunned. Shame settled on me like smoke, even though none of it belonged to me. Neighbors peeked through curtains. Someone filmed it. And in that instant, the truth didn't matter. The story had already taken root. I didn't defend myself. I packed a bag. Left a message on the mirror. You didn't even ask. Then I vanished. Within days, I lost my job. A formal email. Due to serious allegations circulating, we are suspending your position pending investigation. Online, a vague thread spread like wildfire. Married man. Sister-in-law. Scandal. People filled in the blanks themselves. The lie grew legs. My landlord evicted me. Friends vanished. Even Tessa's mother, Eloise, who once called me the most dependable man in the family, posted, "Some men are wolves in family clothing." I left the city. Took a one-way ticket to nowhere. I ended up in a small harbor town where no one knew my name. I started going by Miles. Fixed fishing gear. Clean nets. Then slowly I began building again. I taught myself web design. Built websites for local businesses. Then for companies in other towns. My life became quiet, honest. No one asked who I used to be. I didn't tell them. Some nights I walked the shoreline. Others I wrote in a leather notebook. Fragments of who I was and who I was becoming. 3 years later, there was a knock on my door. It was Tessa. Soaked from the rain. Voice broken. "Adrian, please." She looked like someone drowning. But I wasn't the man who used to protect her anymore. I handed her a USB drive, one that contained a recording I'd received months earlier. Alina, laughing. I told them he did it because I hated how perfect he seemed. So I made him into nothing. I told Tessa, "Play this. Then come back if you still have something to say." The sing-along she returned the next day. Shaking. Crying. I believed her. I didn't ask. I just let it happen. I stayed calm. It's not just that you believed her. It's how fast you did. That slap, the silence, that wasn't doubt. That was decision. She asked if I hated her. No. Hate takes energy I don't have anymore. I didn't give her forgiveness. I gave her truth. And then I told her goodbye. The Arvel weeks later, that same recording went viral. I hadn't posted it, but someone had. The internet erupted. People finally saw what had happened. And the consequences rolled in. Alina lost her job. Jared lost his coaching position. Eloise was removed from her charity board. The world didn't forget. The truth had legs now. And me? I stayed silent. I didn't gloat. I didn't post. I just kept building. Tessa stayed in the town. She worked quietly. She never asked for anything. Never tried to insert herself into my life again. And I respected that. We crossed paths now and then. Just nods. No apologies. No questions. Just two people who shared a past and nothing else. One day she asked, "Do you think we could ever fix this?" I told her, "No." Because forgiveness doesn't always mean reunion. Sometimes it means closing the door with grace. People say truth sets you free. But it only works if people stick around to hear it. I survived without that luxury. I survived the lie, the silence, the shame. I built a new name from the ashes. A name they couldn't touch. I was Adrian. I became Miles. I was erased. But I didn't stay gone. That if the story struck something in you, if it made you feel, think, or reflect, please take a second to like, share, and comment your thoughts below. Have you ever been judged before being heard? Let us know. And if you want to hear more stories that reveal the human truth behind the headlines, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. This isn't just storytelling. This is real life, and you're part of it. Until next time, stay safe, stay kind, and never let someone else define your name.